Hey besties. Long time no see. This is me after I've literally just finished filming this video and I forgot to explain my background. If you watched any of my previous videos, honestly, I banged on about it so much how I'm going to redecorate my room soon. We just literally started redecorating my room like the other day. So my wall was like a bluish grey. I couldn't really tell what colour. But we're painting it white and it's not finished yet because we're busy and I've had work and stuff. So it's got a few coats on, but it currently just looks like I'm in a shed. I am sorry. I did Vlogmas. I actually committed and did all the Vlogmas that I wanted to. And then I disappeared off the face of the earth, not even on YouTube. Like, I've just been so offline this year. Not to be like that person, but like I've not even really touched Instagram or like any social media this year that isn't YouTube or Pinterest. And I've not been uploading to YouTube. But I'm so back. I'm so ready. I've got all my content planned out for March and April, starting the year strong in March. And I thought that a video that would be good to come back with is February media favourites. And our first category is EPs or albums, but there's no albums for me to talk about this month. That EP is Paradolia by Erin LeCount. So Erin LeCount, I first heard of maybe a few months ago, maybe January. I can't remember exactly when, maybe at the end of last year. I don't know. Not for long. And when I hear a new artist, it for some reason still takes me a while to get round to listening to a new artist. I finally got round to it and she's literally just released a new EP and I'm obsessed with her aesthetic. Also a dancer, by the way. Her vocals are insane and it's such like a cool, haunting kind of vibe. So very much recommend. I don't have a favourite song off the new EP yet. It only came out on Friday last week and I only listened to it for the first time yesterday on my lunch break. So I'm definitely still new to it. Obviously, so I don't have a favourite song yet, but I really love Don't You See Me Trying. Now, as for singles, this is actually one of the reasons that I wanted to start up my media favourites videos again and definitely consistently make them every month. This and the movie section, which I'll talk about when we get there. But for singles, I just wanted to appreciate this artist and talk about them for a sec. We have a song I'm not sure how to pronounce. It's spelled Laurenita, but it's probably pronounced Uranita, and it's by Ella Bow. Up and coming artist for real. She is gonna go places. She's so good. She released in October, I think it was, with Serial Killer, January with Insomniac, and now February with Uranita. I'm gonna have to search out to pronounce that. I do apologize, but yeah, her music is just insane. The other song I wanted to talk about desperately is Stay With Me by Nessa Barrett. So we have, it's not exactly MB3 because it's an EP, but we have an EP coming out this month, as in March, sorry. I'm filming this in March, as you probably gathered earlier on in the video. Stay With Me I just listened to it and was just mesmerised by her vocals, the sound of the song, and the music video. All of that put together is very much Tim Burton-esque corpse bride vibes, and I thought that, and then the comments were saying it too, and the sound of the song is just amazing. It actually gives me like chills listening to it. It's so good. I can't wait for this EP. It's called Jesus Loves a Prima Donna, and so far we've heard Stay With Me and High on Heroin, also known as High on Heaven, but it's High on Heroin. The real ones know. The Discord server girlies know. Yeah, please, if you get the chance, go give Stay With Me a listen. It's just amazing. Hey, I just remembered a song. Okay, there's another song which I am searching up the name of because like I know the words, some of the words of the title, but like, do you know when an artist does a really long title, whether it's for an album or a song, I eat it up and love it so much because it's just so unique. You know when Charlie did the Brat Deluxe and it's something like Brat and it's completely different but also still Brat. I don't even know if that's the name of it, but you know what I'm saying. Well, Lana released a song this month and it's officially up there, and honestly maybe my top 5 Lana Del Rey songs. I actually love it that much. So it's called White Feather Hawk Tail Deer Hunter. Yeah, it's called White Feather Hawk Tail Deer. Oh my god, White Feather Hawk Tail Deer Hunter, which when you think about it should be easy to remember, but it's me and I struggle with stuff like that. But it sounds like a gothic, witchy, light horror kind of vibe. And that honestly might be my favorite genre of music because it's very quirky and unique and there's not much like it. Like this and Stay With Me kind of remind me of each other, but they're also not at the same time. But they just kind of remind me of like they could be in the same kind of film. I don't know. Does that make sense? Like this could belong in a Tim Burton-esque film or something along the lines. But it's just so haunting, I think is the word to describe both of those singles. So haunting. And I'm just obsessed with it. And when she's like, you know? Our next category is movies. So this is also another reason, along with the singles, that I wanted to make this video because I have never been a movie person. I've liked movies, obviously, as everybody does, but TV shows are where it's at for me. I prefer a series, and I probably still do prefer a series, but I have a much bigger appreciation. I'm really struggling to talk today. Appreciation. I have a much higher appreciation. Oh my god. You can tell I've not filmed since last year. Oh my god. I filmed the other week, but I scrapped it. Don't even talk about it. You can tell I have a much bigger appreciation. Oh my god. You can tell I have a much no, did I even say you could tell? I definitely have a much bigger appreciation for films this year. In other words, I downloaded Letterboxd and it's made me want to take in films more because I've been saying for years on years, like if somebody's like, oh, have you seen like Fight Club and like these like classic films that everybody's seen? I'm like, nope, never seen it. And I'm like, I want to. I've been meaning to get around to it for years, but I've just don't get around to it. But now I've got Letterboxd, it's like kind of keeping me like accountable. It's like holding me accountable to be like, watch more films. And like, I want to. I'm not like forcing myself to, obviously, but like it's making me do it. Like last year, I probably watched a grand total. Well, actually, I've watched a lot on cinema in the past few years, but at home, not from cinema. Like the past few years, I've probably totaled an average of 3 or 4 films per year, and I think that's a little bit terrible, to be honest with you. So I got Letterboxd this year, and I've already watched nearly 30 films this year, so we're gonna get into that right now. Here's all the films that I started off the month of February with, and they are all rewatches. This wasn't exactly intentional. Shout out to a rewatch that is Jawbreaker, because I watched it for the first time in January, and then my sister was watching it. Oh, that's awful. Stop swinging. Those are my rewatches, not going to get into those loads because I've seen them before, so I don't have much to say. So I'm only going to include the films that are rated 4 stars and higher because to me, 4 stars and higher are favourites or just really good films. So my first 4-star or higher ratings of the month come on the 8th and 9th of February of Time Cut, which I gave a 4.5. It had Antonia Gemry and Madison Bailey. Loved them, and I just enjoyed the film a lot. Also clocked the lesbians really early on. 9th of February, I watched X for the first time. I've been wanting to watch the Pearl X trilogy since it came out, and I've finally started, and I'm so excited, and I loved it. 4.5 and a heart. It was so good. So on the 17th of February is a 4.5 stars for Ginger Snaps and a heart. That's becoming one of my favourite films ever, and I can't wait to watch the whole trilogy of that. And I already want to rewatch Ginger Snaps. I enjoyed it that much. Then on the 19th of February, we have our first 5-star of the month that isn't a rewatch, and that is Level 16. That has also become one of my favourite films now. It's got Katie Douglas in it, which is one of the main reasons I wanted to watch it, but also I've been anticipating it for years. I was meant to watch it on Netflix a few years ago, like I wanted to get around to it, and then they got rid of it, never did. Now they have it on Prime. I've watched it, and I thought it was incredible and has a great message throughout it, as in like, you know, men are allowed to age, but women aren't, and just the underlying like sexism themes and things. It just 10 out of 10 film. Then skipping to the 24th, another 4.5-star film, and a film I have thought about every single day since I've watched it. Priscilla just blew me away. It's a film that I really wanted to like, but I didn't expect myself to enjoy it. I wasn't expecting much because I thought it's a film about Elvis and his wife. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't care because I just, you know, I'm not an Elvis fan. I'm not really bothered. But like, first off, Sofia Coppola directs it, so that's enough said. I knew I needed to watch it, but also I just like so many people saying this film's amazing. I knew I needed to watch. Watched it, 4.5 stars, and I already want to rewatch it. I've thought about it every day since. It was so good and so powerful, and just showing that imbalance of power and how he's using that over, and it's just showing the woman's side of the story throughout. I just thought it was really cool and well done. A day later, preparing for Scream 7, I watched Scream 6. The same day right before I watched Priscilla, I watched Scream 5. I gave it 3.5, so I'm not really talking about it, but I did enjoy it. A 3 and above is good for me. But the day after I watched Scream 5 and Priscilla, I watched Scream 6 because I'd never seen Scream 5 and 6 before. I've always been a huge fan of the Scream franchise, but I just never got around to 5 and 6 for some reason. Like, again, I said I never got around to any movies the past few years, but I've seen the first 4, and the first one's one of the best movies in the world. And probably the best horror movie in the world, I'm going to be honest with you. So in preparation for the 7th movie coming out, I watched it and it got a 4.5 stars and a half. I thought the 6th one was definitely better than the 5th one. I enjoyed the 5th one, but it just had a lot more flaws than the 6th. The 6th one, I really enjoyed it. And then the final film I watched of the month was Scream 7, and my take on it is quite different to like literally everybody else's. I gave it, this is fresh out of watching it, I gave it a 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if it's just because I knew so many actors in it, but I want to rewatch the whole Scream franchise straight through soon from 1 to 7, and then I can give it more of a better ranking as well, but also just because I enjoyed it so much, and I enjoyed 5, I really enjoyed 6. So I feel like if I watch it the whole way through, it will probably drop down a bit, but I've just not seen any other Scream films but 1, 5 and 6 in a while. But I really liked it. But to be honest, the Ghostface reveal and who Ghostface is doesn't deserve that 5 stars. So I would definitely drop it down the next time I watch it. But I was just fresh out of watching it. I was on such a high because I was so happy with it. I'd probably at least give it a 4.5 now, but we'll leave it at a 5 because that's what it was when I watched it. Okay, so there's not much else for me to talk about. It's now just on to our last 2 categories. So next we have shows. Usually this is one of my more filled categories, especially more than movies. And since January, my boyfriend and I have been watching one show and one show only because it's like many seasons long, and that is South Park. So I've never ever seen anything of South Park before. Like, I know the characters and the names and whatever, but in January we both decided to watch it because, not gonna lie, they did do a Fortnite collab, but we've also just been saying for a bit like, oh, we want to watch it. It's on Paramount Plus. We decided to start it, and it's very quickly became one of our favorite shows ever for both of us. It's so up there because it's just really funny and great. Kenny's my favorite character, and yeah, South Park, that's it. That's all I've been watching. I usually have a section where I show vinyl I got this month. I haven't got any vinyl this year, I don't think. Nope, that's such a lie. I got quite a few different variants of Locket by Madison Beer because she's my fave. I'm also wearing her Christmas merch from 2024 right now, and that was a pre-order from October. So other than that, I don't think I've got any vinyl this year. I don't think. I want to, but you know, money. I did get a CD. So basically, I own 2 versions of Wishbone on CD and a vinyl that has a big signed picture. My sister's recently got into CDs and she's been collecting signed ones too for a wall. She loves Conan, I love Conan, and I was like, I do have this one that I was just going to keep in the CD. You can have it and you can just have the CD, because I already have 2 CDs, because I have the one I've kept is a special edition where he's drawn it, the cover. And then the one I gave her is just a regular signed version because I already have a signed thing of him. So I was like, it's a bit greedy of me to keep both. Like, I'd rather she have one. And she was like, you know what? Let's do a trade. And I am One Direction's biggest fan in the world, and nobody can tell me otherwise. And I've been collecting them. I want to collect all of their albums on CD, eventually on vinyl, but we're not going to even go there. I want to collect all of their albums on CD. And I've only got Take Me Home, which is their best album, and 4 Deluxe. I got those when they came out back in the day, and she traded me Up All Night because this is the one I chose next, because I was like, right, let's like go in order. I'll get Up All Night next. That's it for my media favorites video. Thank you so much for sticking with this channel. If you have, we're so back, don't even worry. I will not be leaving again, I promise. I also hope you all enjoyed Vlogmas. I can't believe I actually pulled that off. That's crazy for me. No wonder I disappeared off the face of the earth after that for like 2 or 3 months. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video, which should be the vinyl tag 2025, and then I'll see you with next week's main video, which is, you'll have to find out.